I am editing and composing photographs throughout every waking hour, and probably even in my dreams. I mean, one does not just go to inspiration point, stand there and get into photographic mode and start thinking about how to frame the image. I think it happens throughout the day. For me, it happens all the time. All the time that I'm walking around looking at things. You've got this camera pointing at me right now. I'm framing up, the space around what's going on. It's just something I do. I guess I like to go around and sort of compartmentalize and organize the world in my mind visually that way. It's a process of constantly looking and very occasionally actually seeing, and then being able to translate that vision to the two-dimensional frame. I think Edward Weston referred to it as the flame of recognition, where you are out in the world and you have this kind of connection with whatever it is that you're photographing that doesn't happen all the time, but it requires that you kind of be out there looking all the time in order to, to catch those moments. And it's not just about a moment in time. It's actually about a connection between your recognition of whatever it is you're looking at and the particular situation that is occurring at that very moment. I've never really been a particularly, mystical or woo-woo kind of person. I'm more of a practical person, but it's really true. You have to kind of open up your mind and let the photographs find you. The more you are concentrating on what it is you are doing consciously, the less likely you're going to be getting good pictures. It never fails that if I go out with a sort of preconceived idea about what I want to photograph, I'm going to have a real hard time finding that. The growth process is absolutely vital, and I think that the best way to grow is to focus on the process itself and not so much on the goal. Journeys in life don't tend to take you to where you first thought you were going to be going, so concentrating on the process of being a photographer for me is really what's most interesting. The photographs themselves are sort of a record of that journey, kind of like a diary. They're sort of peripheral to the actual journey itself, and what I'm interested in is the process of going through my life as a photographer. One of the things that I really like most about photography, and frankly any art, is that you'll never figure out how to do it in your lifetime. It's a constant experimentation, and it's a constant learning process. I'm constantly feeling like for myself that I get myself into these little creative boxes where I'm confined and I'm doing things the same way. One of the reasons I photograph so many different things is I can so easily bore myself and start to become repetitive, and I just don't like that. I like to climb out of that box, and usually I end up in another box, but for me, it's the process of learning and changing and growing that is really the most exciting part about being a photographer.